Hey y'all, so I wanted to talk about something that you may find really intriguing, especially when you can sense the dead around other people. Now, this is something that can be very relatable to people when your gifts shifts into high gear. And unfortunately, it's not something that you can openly talk about when it happens. Not everybody vibes with your beliefs or your practice. So sometimes it's best to keep your mouth shut and be mindful of what comes out of your mouth when you're talking to people. Before I get started, I am Spiritual Ange. I do dream interpretations and I also do readings. I will never DM you, hop in your DM box to solicit readings at all. And that is why I have the link in my bio if that is something you are interested in. So I'm about to share a story that really illustrates this point that I'm trying to make. So a little while back, maybe about a couple weeks ago, I had a really, really sad dream about somebody who I knew who was in distress and was crying. And I was trying to calm this person down. And no matter what I did, they were just, very emotional. And then sometime during that point, the person pointed at a little boy across the room, and the little boy fell backwards and ended up passing away. So I woke up feeling like, what was that dream about? That was a very odd dream. And then in the back of my mind, I was like, well, this person has a family member who is battling a really, really serious illness. So my intuition was like, this person could be experiencing a loss or about to experience a loss. So the next day, or not the next day, the day of, I went around where I would see this person. I asked another person, was this person okay? Because I haven't seen them. And the person came in late that day. So I was like, okay, I guess everything's okay. Maybe, maybe everything's okay. And I kind of just was like, whatever. So I was about to go about my day or whatever. But when I got to a point where I got close to this person, like physically close to them, like within arm's reach, close to them, bitch, it felt like I was surrounded by get it energy. It felt like Bawon Samdi himself was nudging me and letting me know something was wrong. This happened several times throughout the day, and to the point where it finally hits me that I had a dream about this person. And I felt like the spirits was trying to talk to me and to warn me and to tell me that death is looming around her. And I knew it wasn't specifically for her. So I freaked out because it was disturbing my peace. And I contacted my spiritual mother. And I was telling her, like, yo, I'm having these feelings every time I get around this person. Like, it's really intense and it's triggering me. So my spiritual mother was like, sometimes people are not in the mindset to receive certain information or certain messages, especially when they are deeply rooted in their own belief systems. This person was a very diehard Christian. They would not have been open to what I had to say. Maybe like a week later, a week, or is it a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks later, I haven't been seeing this person around. And you already know, with the chaos that's going on in the world, you kind of get sidebar and you get distracted with other things that are happening, especially in the environment where I be at. So when this person was not around, I assumed it was a sick family member that I was aware of, somebody I already knew who wasn't doing too well. And then I thought about my dream and I was like, oh man. A couple days passed, and then I learned from other people who's around this person as well, say that there was another family member who had passed away and that this person would be out for a while due to funeral and all that kind of stuff. Now, the lesson in this story, a very important lesson that I learned, Spirit had given me a glimpse of what was about to come, right? I automatically assumed to somebody who I already knew was sick, like really, really, really sick. So I had my own biases on that situation, and that's where my mind completely went. Could you imagine if I had told that person that the person who was not feeling well or not doing too well, that person that they're really close to, that is a very close family member, was the one who would be passing away soon. Now, the person who ended up going was somebody that this person was close to as well, but they were not sick. At least that's, they were not sick. So sometimes you can assume wrong due to your own biases, due to information that you already know about the person, and it's so quick to make assumptions on what it could be or who it could be. How crazy and how awkward would it have been if I would have told her and we both assumed, and how I could have ruined my relationship with this person. How things could have been super awkward, super weird. They probably would have called me every type of witches in the book. Like I done cast a death spell or something. I mean, it's not funny, but my condolences to that person and their family. Another thing is sometimes your gifts can reveal heavy truths, but it's not always your job or your place to share that information. Timing, energy, and receptiveness is very vital when it comes to delivering messages like that. Make sure you are just doing your part and being respectful at the end of the day. And trust that your gifts are your gifts, and your, spirit is connecting with you and spirit is telling you stuff. And just silently give yourself a pat on the back like, wow, I can't believe spirit is sharing this information with me. One day I can come across somebody who I can share that with and help them be able to be prepared for something. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. Has this ever happened to any of y'all?